Hi, welcome back. Tech and Shashi. Today we are going to start with basics of computer networks. As part of this class, we are going to look 1000 feet view about computer networks. What are the different computer networks we have and what does it mean each level, how the differentiation has been made. Okay, why do you want to wait further? Let's jump into that class directly. What is a network? In a simplest form, a computer connected to another computer and sharing a resource with one another is called a network. For example, my laptop is being connected with Wi-Fi network, which is the computer network. Say my desktop's connected to the printer, which is a network. Anything you connect with other device and sharing information each other, it's called a network. There are two parts of computer network. One is the physical connection, comprises of wires, cables, routers and wireless media. The other one is a logical connection where the data is being moved across from one system to another system. Further, systems sharing the resource must share same procedures for sharing the data, which is called protocols. What does it mean is, so when there are two people are trying to communicate each other, they should know the same standard of communication. In a computer world, we call it as the system protocol or network protocols. Data shared across the systems must not be lost. If the data has been lost or is been distorted, then there is no meaning of sharing a data or receiving a data from the other computer. Even other computer receives the data, there will not make much sense for the receiver. The systems in the network must aware sender and receiver of the data. If they are not aware of sender and receiver, then we cannot prove the message authenticity and who has sent and whom should I be deliver. The last one is about whatever that point is about standards across the two systems. In the computer world, we call it as a network protocols. To know about more on network protocols, please refer the description of this video. We have provided the other session for the network protocols. In computer networks, we can distinguish two types of networks. One is based on the network architecture, the other one is by the size of the network. First of all, the network architecture has two types of computer networks. The one is client-server model, the other one is peer-to-peer model. When it goes by size, we have four different network types. One is local area network and campus area network and metro area network and wide area network. So further classes we'll be elaborating all these types of networks that can help us to understand what each type of networks and what does it means. First of all, the first network type is client-server network model. If you look at that diagram, it's been provided on the right side of the slide. You can see that there is a network server, which is the resource server, or the internet can be resource providers for the workstations or printers. Through the network components like a routers, firewall and hub or switch can help us to get the network data or resource server data into the client machines. So there will be someone who receiving the message called a client and who is providing the message is a resource server. So here, what we can achieve as part of this model is consumer and producer of the information. Servers enable centralized resource control. If you look at the diagram, resource server can have a control of a resource, what is it provides. Or the internet, when it provides the information, it can hold the complete control of that information. Centralized user accounts and security credentials can be enforced when you have a client-server network. However, there are few drawbacks as well. The one point of failure. When there is a resource server fails, then the other workstations cannot retrieve the information from the one point of source, which is one point of failure, which is the really drastic move in the ARS client-server model. The last one is the client-server model. The client-server model should have a dedicated software and hardware requirements, which add more cost and maintenance for the platform owner. Further, we have a peer-to-peer network type, which does not have any resource server or server in this model. All these workstations, all the laptops, all the components in the network connected to the network can act as a peer. Any of the components or any of the workstation or printer or laptop which is in the wireless form can share the information with one another. So all the systems in the network act as a client and a server. So one component, if you look at closely, workstation can act as a client and server as well. So there is no centralized control in contrast to client-server model. Any system can share and receive resources from other systems. Users control their own resource. However, the resource control is being distributed across the different workstations and different users, which is the drawback on this system. User control their own resource, as I was mentioning earlier. No centralized backup in this system, since every individual workstation data has to be backed up in their own, will not have centralized backup. Local area network type is the smallest network type in the size when it comes to size of the network. A computer systems within small area such as school, residence, building and small office areas can be categorized into LAN network type. Mostly Ethernet cables are used for connecting into the LAN network type. Simply just one wire is being connected across all these devices in a small area is called a LAN network. Another type of network type based on the size is CAN. The expansion is campus area network. Multiple interconnected local area networks in a limited geographical area such as office campus or college campus can be categorized as campus area network type. Maximum limit size is 40 meters. If any network more than that, it can fit into the Metropolitan network, which can be looked after this slide. This is bigger than local area network and higher than local area network and smaller than Metropolitan network. Maintenance of CAN is very expensive since it's been spread across 40 meters. Smaller than wide area network. The controller network area is another name we call for campus area network. Another type of network type based on the size is Metropolitan area network. A network that connects users with computer resources within a city. A larger than campus area network but smaller than wide area network. Enable consistent performance between office locations and avoid shortfalls of wide area networks. If you look at that graph, there is a central office headquarters. There are few kilometers away, there are warehouses, factory and regional branch offices. All these office locations can have the same experience or performance when it comes to sharing the data. This is Metropolitan area network. The last but not the least one, which is wide area network, which is the largest form of size when it comes to network types, which is we call it as the internet. A network that connects users over the large geographical distance, typically across continents like America, Asia and other continents. Internet is example for wide area network. In today's world, we have wide area network distributed and it's been used in every home and residential purpose. Hopefully this lecture helped you to understand what is the network type and what are the different types we have based on the size and based on the architecture type. To summarize, as part of this session, we have covered what is a network and what is the network protocols and what are the different types of network we have based on the size and based on the architecture. Hopefully you enjoyed the session. Please subscribe and like if you like the video. If you have any feedback, please provide me feedback so that I can improve myself. I can give the best content for you guys. Thank you.